There is a total of 52 cards in the standard deck. There are 4 jacks, 4 queens, 4 kings, and 4 aces, which come to a total of 16 cards, because 4 times 4 equals 16. To get the probability of the card not being a jack, queen, king, nor an ace, you have to subtract the amount of these cards from the total amount of cards in the deck. So what you do is 52 minus 16, which equals 36. So the probability, this is how you write the probability of a problem. P, open parentheses, card not being jack, queen, king, nor ace, close parentheses, equals 36 over 52, which can be simplified to 9 over 13, which equals your final answer.
Two cards are drawn from a standard deck of cards, one at a time. In A, we need to find what is the probability of selecting an ace of hearts, then a black of queens. So in a deck of cards, we have 52 cards in total. So an ace of hearts, it's 1 out of 52 cards in total, times 2 black of queens, because you only have 2 in all the deck. So it will be 2 out of 2,704. So it will be 1 out of 1,352. And in percentages, it will be 0.074%. That is your first answer in question A. In letter B, it tells you what is the probability of selecting a black of queens, then an ace of hearts. So it is the same as the first one, but in this different order. So it will be 2 out of 52 times 1 out of 52. It's equal to 2 out of 2,704. That is equal to 1 out of 1,352. And in percentage is 0.074%. That is your second answer, the same as the first one. Letter C, what is the probability of having selected a black of queens and an ace of hearts? So, select the black of queens, it will be 2 out of 52 times an ace of hearts, 1 out of 52, plus, because it's an OR, then is 2 out of 52 times 1 out of 52. So it will be 2 out of 2,704 plus 2 out of 2,704. You add this up and it will be 4. You have the same, 2,704. So in final answer, you will have 1 out of, because you're divided by in the calculator, and it will be 676, and in percentages will be 0.148%. And this is your final answer in question C.
So the problem is the antiderivative of 18x to the 5th power minus 3x over square root of x to the 3rd power dx. So when you have a division, you want to separate like into 2 different terms. So it will be the antiderivative of 18x to the 5th power over square root of x to the 3rd power minus antiderivative again of 3x over the square root of x to the 3rd power. So when you have a root in the denominator, you cannot have it in there. So you have to convert it into a fraction. So it is going to be again antiderivative of 18x to the 5th power over x to the 3/2. It is 3/2 because it is square root of 3. Minus antiderivative again of 3x over x to the 3/2. So next, In this topic, it is opposite of calculus 1. In the power rule, it says to subtract 1, but in this, you are going to add 1. So, now you're going to take off these signs because you are now derivating. So, it's going to be, I'm going to put it in here, it's 18x, and then in the law of exponents, you have to do 5 minus 3 halves. And so, it's going to be 5 minus 3 halves is 7 halves, and then these 7 halves you're going to put plus 1, and then minus 3, you're going to subtract 1 minus 3 halves, and it is minus 1 half. Minus 1 half, you're going to add 1 because of the rule, and at the end it is plus c. So 7 halves plus 1, it is 9 halves. And then 3x minus 1 half plus 1 is 1 half positive, plus c. So now when you have this as an exponent, you have to pass it to the denominator. And when you have it like that, you're going to do the law of the tortilla. The same in the two terms. You pass the exponent to the denominator and to put the plus c when you start derivating. And then when you start doing the tortilla, it is going to be 18x 9 halves, and then this 2 is going to pass multiplying over 9, and then minus 3x 1 half over 1, and then this 2 is going to pass multiplying in here as well, and then plus c again. And your answer is going to be, you divide and it's going to be 4x to the 9 halves minus 6x to the 1 half plus c. And since your problem has roots, you have to change it again to having roots. You cannot have it like this. Like this is one solution, but you have to put it now. Be one solution and the second is with roots. So you just only convert this. It's going to be 4 square root of x to the 9. The 2 is invisible in here because of the square root. Minus 6 square root of x. 1 half is the same as this. And plus c. And this is your final solution.